All right, we're back. We are celebrating Ronnie Montrose remembered. We have the man himself. He is the lead singer, not only with Ronnie Montrose back in the day, but from Kingdom Come, Burning Rain, and so much more. Keith St. John. Keith, I know this has been a
Woo!
labor of love putting this thing together. You've run it a number of years, but you're back after a little break. It is NAMM time. Of course, the big Friday, January 26th, the Grand Theater. Tell them all the details, man, why you cannot miss out being at RMR.
Well, if you haven't heard of RMR, it's Ronnie Montrose Remembered, and I meant to do one memorial celebration back in 2016 for Ronnie Montrose, which was a couple of years after he passed. But there were several of us that had been in the band or part of Ronnie's camp that felt the original ceremony that we did in the Bay Area up the Warfield didn't include enough, and not enough people could get there. It was in such a short period of time after he passed, and a lot of guys were out on the road. And so I put this together so people that knew him and were influenced by him and had perhaps played with him could come out and we could do a proper salute to Ronnie. And the response was so overwhelming, especially from the Bay Area guys and the LA guys that had grown up with Montrose music, especially guitar being their rock and roll Bible. You know, we had so many people at the first one, and all of them really, guys like George Lynch and Brad Whitford and Brad Gillis from Night Ranger, and God, the list goes on and on. It's and Doug Aldridge, Derek St. Holmes, Dave Amato. There's probably a list of like 50, like all the best guitar players from the U.S. have probably played in this at one point or another. And when COVID shut things down later in 2020, that left us having January of 2020 as the last time we did this, which was 4 years ago. I thought it was going to be a one-off, as I said, and then everyone was so into it the first time, including the fans.
Yeah, by overwhelming demand. It's still
Overwhelming
here.
demand. They said, "You got to do this again, or you're going to do this again. Please do this again." La 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 la. So it became an annual thing around the NAMM festival in January. Um, and then once again, like I said, the COVID thing and the shutdown stopped all conventions and bigger live gigs too for a while. So this is the first January that NAMM has actually been back in session at the time it used to be. It's a time of the year that a lot of big bands maybe aren't quite out on the road yet. Some of them
Yeah,
are, some of them aren't.
they're just
And
getting their year started, so it's perfect
and
time.
and we can get, we can get a turnout of cats who really want to do this at this time of year. I wouldn't have tried to throw this if it was at NAMM in like June or April or
Right.
something, because there's no way it would work. Everyone's out on tour, including me. And, I just don't think that's the right time. So this was a decent timing. Since the one in 2020, people have been asking, when are you doing Ronnie Montrose Remembered again? The people who are just the diehard Montrose fans, they love that music and they want to be there. And by and large, the first time I saw Brad Gillis get up on the stage and start playing some of these songs, which it's not only Montrose, because Ronnie was also in Edgar Winter, so you got Edgar Winter tunes, you got Gamma tunes, which
Yeah.
is a deeper Ronnie crowd, is the Gamma crowd, but a lot of the musicians are in that crowd. So got guys like Brad getting up on stage, and I'm like this going, I've never seen this guy. This is like, because he played this stuff when he was a kid. These guys as kids grew up on this stuff. So when you grew up on that stuff, you played it as a kid, you bring that back up on stage with this kind of a host of professional players and you're actually playing it, they're really giving 1,000% out there. And it really shows. I mean, they love this music, man, because it's like, whatever you grew up on and you played, that's like the thing that's stuck in your stomach, and you get out on stage and you can do it. And uh, you know, um, I can't name the amount of people I've seen get up there and just transform into this little kid again and do their thing. So this year on January 26th, which is Friday, coming up in about 2 weeks, all I can say, we got members of Whitesnake, Dokken, Slaughter, Blas Elias coming out from Slaughter. members of the Edgar Winter Group, Ted Nugent Band, REO, sometimes known as REO Speedwagon, members of Megadeth. Actually, Dave Ellison from Megadeth, he played with me in Montrose for a
Yeah, that's
good many
amazing.
years there, and he's, he was amazing in the band. Him and Jimmy DeGrasso, as a rhythm section with Ronnie,
Yeah.
was fantastic. We got people from the Glenn Hughes band
Yep.
uh, coming down, which is also another kind of contemporary of Ronnie's. So very similar music.
You got
Uh,
Vixen, Jack Russell's Great White.
Vixen, Jack Russell's Great White, correct.
You got Mitch Perry, who played with Edgar Winter.
I got someone from Accept. Yes, Mitch Perry's coming down. Guy from Armored Saint. I don't know who I forgot. There's a bunch of them. Joel Hoekstra from Whitesnake is going to be his first timers. Who else is a first timer? Because a lot of these people do it, and once they get into it, they want to do it. Year after year. About Lorraine Lewis, it's going to be her first time coming down. It's interesting what we got worked out with her, but I think fans are going to love it because it's a female voice coming in singing with a male thing, but we worked out some really, really cool stuff for her, so that's going to be fun. My good buddy Ed Roth on keys, who is also in the Glenn Hughes band, in addition to Glenn's guitar player. But Ed Roth plays with Glenn Hughes, but he's also played with everybody. He's also in the Robbie Krieger band. And Ty Dennis, who's playing drums with Robbie Krieger, will also be coming down and playing some songs, which was really odd because I got to say I was on Eddie Trunk's show the other day, and I was following Alex Lifeson, and all of a sudden Alex brings up Ty Dennis. He's like, yeah, when I'm in LA and I want to put some stuff together, I always call this guy Ty Dennis from the Robbie Krieger band. And I started chuckling because, I have a few friends, including Ty, in that band. And I'm like, what a tiny, tiny, tiny world.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
a guy sitting up in the
Alex
snow in
Lifeson
Canada.
he loves to play golf. So he always comes down to play Robbie Krieger's golf tournament.
But anyway, back to the 26th and Ronnie Montrose Remembered. Proceeds, we do give some proceeds to Sweet Relief, which is an amazing, amazing charity organization that Ronnie Montrose was really into. And kind of synergistically, in the recent years, they have focused on musicians, not only with medical needs, but they're trying to help improve programs for musicians who need mental health in their lives, and provide funding for that. So this is interesting, because really alcoholism and what was going on with James, that ties into the area of mental health. So it's something that they represent, and so it's something we're giving to, and so.
And where's the best place for people to buy tickets?
Buy tickets, you go to RonnieMontroseRemembered.com. I know that's a lot of R's and it's a long word, but if you remember the name Ronnie Montrose and remembered, RonnieMontroseRemembered.com. If you just know me, you can go to my Instagram and just follow it. There'll be ticket links there on some postings, or my Facebook, whichever is your favorite. And we'll see you on Friday, January 26th. There's going to be a cavalcade of stars there. There is going to be a special segment for James Kotak, who just passed. So you can expect something there. And there's a few opening acts. We go on, RMR goes on at 7:30. Opening acts start at 5:30. Doors are at 5. We've got video screens, we've got sound, we got lights, we got it all. So come down and see some of your favorite stars, and there's people joining every day. There's new people. I just had Stacy Blades just joined recently, a couple days ago, who's never done it. He's another first timer. He's former LA Guns, and he's got his band Crashing Wayward now, which is getting an award as best new band at the Las Vegas Awards. I think that's this coming weekend too. So he's still got a lot to say.
And of course, hats off to you. You do Raiding the Rock Vault in Vegas at times, so check them out.
I do.
They're at the Hard Rock on the Strip. And Keith, we can't thank you enough, man, for all that you've done for Ronnie. It's a very special artists, very special time. Musicians love to come together and help one another. We want to encourage everybody to be there Friday night, January 26th. No excuses. Get your ticket and be down there. You will not be disappointed. Thanks so much, Keith.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you to death, man. I love you, man.